since it's Christmas time, and I'd like to say that the season is responsible for this outfit, but the truth of the matter is, this is one of my favorite hats and favorite tops, and I wear Christmas clothes all year round, like one of Santa's elves. Anyhow, since it is the Christmas season, I'm pretty sure the worship leaders out there are getting requests by brothers and sisters at church, or executive pastors, or operations managers, to include some Christmas songs in the set list. And I've always found this, apart from O Come Let Us Adore Him, quite a tricky job. And I remember one year while I was living in Oxford, thinking we got to that intimate, almost sensitive place in worship where we were dialing things down a little bit, and I realized we didn't really have anything to fill that gap, and so I just started noodling around, and this song Humble King came out. Oh, kneel me down again here at your feet, show me how much you love humility. Oh, Spirit, be the star that leads me to the humble heart of love I see in you. So that's where that song came from. It was really a Christmas song, and I'd spent the semester studying the Gospels with a guy called David Wenham at a theological college called Wycliffe Hall in Oxford, and it really opened my eyes to a lot in the scriptures, and we were studying Luke, that particular Gospel, and Luke spends a lot of time pointing out God's concern for the outsider, God's concern for people who don't fit in, who weren't in the social order, the required social order of the day. So Luke spends a lot of time looking at women who didn't have position in the Bible. Women discovered Jesus alive before the men did. Jesus spoke to the Samaritan woman, which was unheard of in his day. Jesus spoke to Zacchaeus, a tax collector, who was also a pariah in his time. All the way through the book, Jesus makes an effort to include people who are excluded. And this is good news for us because we're excluded. We're not good enough. We don't fit in. None of us do. And so this song kind of poured out of that study with David Wenham. And the chorus is, you are the God of the broken, the friend of the weak. You wash the feet of the weary. Embrace the ones in need. I want to be like you, Jesus. To have this heart in me, because you are the God of the humble. You are the humble King. That was the other thing, was that for the first time, I guess, my eyes were open to the idea that not only was God concerned for the broken, but he chose to make himself like one of us. He chose to be the humble King. He didn't come to Caesar's court, which would have been the highest kingly court of the day. He came to a peasant home and was born in a stable. I mean, really, if that's a revelation of who God is, we are so lucky because he loves us. He loves us even when we don't have what it takes, even when we aren't a success. He chooses to reveal himself to the humble. I think of Mary's song in Luke as well, the Magnificat, how God blesses the humble and brings down the proud. This is God's way. Anyway, all that to say, there is actually a Christmas verse that I had written initially for this song, Humble King, but we decided for the record we were recording at the time, Hungry, that we'd exclude it. But I've included it on this blog page. Hopefully you can find a PDF below this of the second verse, but it's definitely more Christmassy sounding. So it goes, here in this dusty ground I bow with kings, where wise men laid before their offerings. But I lay no golden crown here at your feet. This my broken life I offer thee. 'Cause you are the God of the broken, the friend of the weak, and you wash the feet of the weary, embrace the ones in need. And I want to be like you, Jesus, to have this heart in thee. You are the God of the humble. You are the humble King. There you go. God bless you this Christmas.